Welcome back to Talk That Talk with Meesh and Jay. I'm Meesh. To the left of me is my bro, Jay.
You know it.
Look, if you are new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are true here, you already know what to do. Get your smokes, get your drinks, but make sure you've like, comment, and subscribe. Your ass should already be.
Subscribe.
Hey, yes, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. We're Trending Topics Podcast. If you don't like a topic today, you'll like a topic tomorrow. So please, please, please hook a sister up. Hook a brother up. Mm-hmm. We need you. Mm-hmm. And thank you for the subscribers who have subscribed to us and are back.
Yep.
Okay? Goals 1,000 subscribers as well, y'all. We're trying to get to 1,000, okay? Before this year is up. So please, give us a chance. Throw us a sub out there.
We got time.
That's
time.
Right.
That's right. Hook us up.
All right, what up, bro? What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm going on a needed staycation,
All
not
right.
vacation. Right? I mean, I'm gonna make a move, but it ain't nothing, serious.
Yeah.
But work is working, and brother need a day off, or more than a day off, week off.
Hey, we need
to
that.
gather
It
myself.
sounds like a self-care week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. You need those.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So I'm doing that next week. And saying that to say that usually, like when I go, I do an annual museum. I go to the museums, I walk in, I look at things, free my mind, learn some things. But I keep hearing, and I'm sorry to get into this because we into them subjects.
Yeah. What?
I heard about MAGA is looking into going through all the woke stuff.
Yep.
The stuff that I like going to during my staycation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like going to the museum, not just the African American Museum. Of course I go there.
Right.
But I also go to the American History Museum because I love it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I go to the Museum of Arts. I go to all these museums not to just look for woke stuff.
Yeah.
Even though I love my black culture, I like looking at them things because that's just what I like to do.
Right.
And I'm black.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like to read up on my ancestors and all that stuff like that because just what it is. I mean, I love it.
Nothing wrong with that.
But for him to go in there to send his lawyers to look through all the Smithsonians, all the museums, and trying to take things out of there is ludicrous.
He's saying he don't want nothing in the museum that's gonna make the United States look bad.
I mean, he had lost his mind.
I'm like, I don't
What
see
is he
how
talking
he's gonna
about?
do that. You know what he talking about. He already said what he was gonna do with the African American Museum. He want half that shit. He want that whole shit gone as if slavery didn't exist.
I'll be extra blown, yeah.
Yeah, that's his thing though. When he mean woke, that just means get rid of all the shit that make United States look
And
good.
it's not a lie. None of that stuff is a lie. They ain't just making stuff up, touring it in, talking about. No, it's history.
It's history, yeah.
If that's a lie, then everything in the American History Museum with Abraham Lincoln and Washington and John Wilkes Booth and all that's a lie.
Yep.
If you might as well say,
Yeah, I agree.
how y'all stuff is a truth and that's a lie. Come on now.
And really, those museums are they're up there to hip everybody about the past. These youngins coming up need to know about where we came from. So what you saying is you want everything pretty much the past erased, because that's what he's going to have to do. You want the past erased and you want to just start from here with you, right? That's what it sounds like to me. Everything that got to do with something that he has something to do with can stay, and all the past can go. It's long now. Past can make a be
So
there.
you're going to erase all Martin Luther King and all that old stuff?
All that make us look, because that's civil rights. His mind. Oh, well, we ain't do that. We ain't had nothing to do with the reason why they had to fight for their rights, pretty much. That's what it sounds like to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what it sounds like. Because he said he wanted to go.
You need to get rid of them world wars then.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but there's a lot of shit that make him look bad. So they're gonna have a hard time going through talking about woke. You already know what that. You already know what that is.
That's why I'm going to make my way down there. I'm going to record what I can, take pictures before he do something crazy.
That's right, because he will. He plan on it. And
That don't make no sense. I'll be heated. I'll be heated if he does it.
I know, and I won't be surprised if he really do it. I think it's dumb, and he could be focusing his efforts elsewhere. But this whole administration, for some reason, all the things that they said they were going to get in and do, they're just focusing on other shit. Unnecessary shit.
Unnecessary stuff.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I mean, a lot of people saying this, they just taking, I mean, I'm sure you know, they try to take the heat off that Epstein thing.
Oh, for sure.
And that's what everybody's saying. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the Epstein thing. I really don't care. But whatever they do, just do it. Just so you can leave us alone, damn.
I know. He definitely, because I know he all up in it. He hung around, dude. That was his friend. So, you know how that'd go. But, all right, well, I mean, you done.
Yeah, I'm done. Just wanted to
Well, I mean, we talking about...
I had to gripe that.
I feel you. We talking about D.C. anyway, and about Trump, so it actually goes in line with the conversation. But I want to throw out there how D.C. right now is not beating the damn low crime allegations, okay? So we all know, if y'all haven't seen our last episode, go to our last episode where we talking about the D.C. takeover. You know, Trump sends the National Guard, the DEA, the feds into D.C. to roam
FBI.
around, the FBI, to like help lower the crime because he feels like there are white people who are too scared to visit D.C.
Please.
And I don't think that's true because you got them down there protesting right now,
Yep.
talking about how the crime been lower than it's ever been
And
in
why
years.
y'all
and all
out here
that.
yelling at them? They doing
Right.
more yelling at the cops than the YNs is doing.
Right. Yeah. The YN's just observing and looking like, oh, man,
just
y'all
got their phones out.
And talking shit, and got their phones out. But while all this is happening, 37 stores in D.C. got looted. Why? I have no idea. Okay? 37 stores. And then they talking about how a Giant also has rules on it now out there. I think Giants is like 12 or 13
Giant grocery
Giants.
store?
Giant grocery store. Yeah, I guess they went in there stealing, using big book bags. So it's like if you got like a 14-inch book bag, can't bring it in. So, you know, they implement new rules so you can't bring large
So
bags
it got to
in
be the
store.
YNs.
Yep. YN's going in
Why
with
can't
book
it just
bags,
implement an
stealing.
age restriction?
I know.
You
I
can't
agree,
come in
right.
here without an adult, a parent, or supervision.
Right. I think so. They need to have some, or do what Walmart do. Well, Walmart don't really have tough restrictions, but have somebody at the door, have security at the door, like seeing who come in and stopping them real quick. You know what I'm saying? Check the IDs, whatever. It's just for the meantime in between time. But why? How is it that this is happening with this stuff going on down there? You know, with all the feds and all that, it's still stuff going on. I don't get it. I mean, even cars, even some cars had the windows busted
Some
out.
of the Giant in DC.
Yeah. Oh, mostly Giants in DC. There's
They
a
ain't
few in
that
Maryland too, but
yeah,
you already know it's the DC.
Because I'm like,
line.
where the hell the Giants at DC? Because you know DC barely got grocery stores. I
They
mean,
do, but they got Giants.
they got okay.
They
Yeah,
got
well, I
Giants.
know one Giant.
But they on the both line. They on the line of Maryland too. There's a few that's like near DC,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in Maryland. You know
Gotcha.
how that go. 'Cause
Right.
we're so close.
Right.
So yeah, y'all, we not beating the allegations. I know people down there saying we low crime, all that, but it's a lot of people who live in the hood and know that it just ain't true. And with this stuff hitting the news, crime still going on, even with the FBI, with the DEA, all them down there.
They don't
National
care about
Guard.
them.
They don't give a
don't
damn.
care.
They still
Please.
stealing.
They ain't in a Giant. They outside the
They
streets.
outside in the street, right? Bothering people, rolling up on people where they live at.
And I was telling sis earlier, I was coming home from work. I take Independence Avenue, if y'all know. That's like going down to the Capitol and the Congress and all that stuff. And I saw a bunch of what's with the military they got out there?
National Guard.
The National Guard out there. They out there looking simple, just standing around.
Bored.
And I mean, bored. Ain't nothing but people out there just going, checking out the museums, minding their business. Come on now, what y'all gonna do? You ain't got no weapons y'all out there, which is nice. It's good that y'all not carrying weapons.
Right.
But what you gonna do?
Other than crash,
Yeah,
we just saw in the news. Crashing.
Right.
Huh? What's going on?
Because without weapons, y'all just regular folks, and you gonna get your ass beat like everybody else.
I know.
You know, you mess with the wrong person. I mean, I get why they out. You know what I mean? I kind of get it. Like I said last week, I'm for it and I'm against it.
Yeah.
It just depends on how y'all doing it.
Yeah.
And why y'all doing it and whatever purpose. Don't go out harassing.
Yeah. Or
You know,
unnecessarily.
unnecessarily
Especially
doing
just
things.
because people are black. Because
Yeah.
all black people are not YNs. Black people are good working folk. We talking about we got black people and then we got niggas. There's a total difference.
Yeah, definitely a difference.
Okay, black folk just want to go in their home, relax, watch TV,
work, hit the store,
hit
get
the
something
store.
to eat.
Some of them want to
restaurants
go
and
to a
stuff.
bougie restaurant,
Yeah.
have them a little drink, come on home and go to bed and be safe. Don't nobody want to be bothered.
Man, I heard, they pulling people over. And not even checkpoints, pulling people
Checkpoints,
over.
yeah.
You make the wrong turn. You ain't putting your signal on. Anything you do, they gonna pull you over and get you for it and mess with you.
Yeah, I heard something about people talking about tail lights and
everything.
I mean,
Whatever.
literally anything they can find because they bored. They really don't have much going on. But I'm gonna need them to be at the right place at the right time.
Right.
Ain't no way you telling me 37 stores, including that damn Lululemon. I don't even know why YNs.
Georgetown?
Yeah, I think on Georgetown.
Well, Georgetown, they always acting up and robbing a store at Georgetown. That's why they be shutting down.
Right. They
You know
be
what I mean?
destroyed.
Shut
Yeah,
the stores.
but come on now. And why y'all in Lululemon? What y'all about to do
Because
with this
Lululemon
stuff?
costs. Lululemon costs
Ain't that
money.
like yoga pants
Yeah,
stores?
but them
What?
yoga pants are like $200-$300.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Lululemon costs bread.
That's
Yes.
great. Well,
I didn't know that.
Y'all can tell I don't shop at Lulu.
I don't
I
either,
didn't even know.
but I know females that do, and
Yeah.
I know how much that stuff costs. That
Yeah.
stuff costs.
Last time I heard about a Lululemon, a lady had Mercs and her coworker
That's
up
why
in
you
it.
don't see Lululemon everywhere. You don't see that joint in the hoods,
Uh-uh.
malls.
Oh,
and
no,
nothing.
not at all.
You
Yeah.
gonna see it at Tyson's Corner. You can see it at Georgetown.
Right.
All places like that, because that stuff costs. That's why they go in there, steal it, so they can they probably just reselling it, putting it online. It costs bread. Yeah, for yoga pants, the underwear. What's called a sports bras, the joints.
So I guess they gonna sell it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Them joints cost, man.
I didn't know.
There ain't no $20 stretch pants. Hell no.
They got popular because that song, that little
Because it's the cost of it.
the cost
And
of
they
it,
made, they made it popular,
And the song, it's some song I forgot what the song was called, but they sound something putting Louis on his butt, Lululemon or some shit like that song they got going on out. I don't know it. It just sounds like a bunch of ratchetity to me. But
why you do that? I'm gonna look it up and look at the store and see.
Lulu,
Because there's a reason why they be doing it, man.
Yeah. So, so that's what I realized. They not beating the allegations, and that's the only thing I really had to say about that, like about that part. That,
Let's see.
And we looking for them to extend. Trump looking to extend this police presence there in D.C. as well. That's a whole nother conversation. Do y'all want to continue, because it does make people put people on edge, but at the same time it's a relief, but it's not. It's like you just can't win for losing anymore. How much is it?
$108 for these yoga pants right here.
Just for some yoga pants?
$108 for yoga pants.
That's crazy.
$64 for these little ass shorts that they be wearing out there all the time.
That's crazy.
$48 for the 8-cup bra, sports bra, whatever you want to call that thing. I mean, that stuff expensive, man.
That's crazy. They must gonna be selling that shit.
$118 for these yoga pants.
They must plan on selling stuff. Okay. All right, they must plan on selling. That's all. I get it. Yeah, make your money, but damn, 37 stores. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And they got men's stuff too. I didn't know Lululemon had men's stuff.
Me neither. I just thought it was an athletic little female store with the yoga pants. Mm-hmm. All right, you learned.
$118 for the men's sweatpants.
Wow. You learn something new every day. You learn something new every day. Because I damn sure ain't never thought about looking at Lululemon for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, never.
What's her name? She ain't never asked about. Well, yeah.
She like it, but she don't do not Lululemon. Yeah. But all right, well, I had to say that. No, we just gonna move on to our next topic. But so anybody who didn't know that Lululemon was high as hell, there you go. All right, and yes, crime is still happening in DC. They not beating the allegations, okay?
At all.
Now, moving on. The big beautiful bill is ruining its ass now because Trump has caused some cuts to start going on. So we gonna play a little something, so y'all can hear what's happening. Because I thought this was flabbergasting. They're saying that the elderly and the nurses and the doctors are being laid off, and the elderly are being put out their homes because of the big beautiful bill. So
that's a damn shame.
Yeah, it is.
Have you heard all the stories on TikTok about nursing homes closing because of Medicaid cuts? nursing homes are closing because of Medicaid cuts. I thought you were trying to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. Well, look at this. Tennessee, this is an FAFO for you, the red state of Tennessee, who voted for Donald Trump and is now going to have up to 12 nursing homes immediately closed due to cutting of Medicaid. There are 78 million Americans on Medicaid, 20% of the population.
All right, do one more here.
Let's go through. 1 out of every 4 nursing homes in the country is expected to close. Not suffer, not struggle, close. And think about what that means. We already have waiting lists for nursing homes, are already struggling with seniors who need care, and particularly seniors who have outrun their savings. And that's what is getting cut in this bill. Nearly $1 trillion in cuts to Medicaid and more cuts to Medicare.
All right, y'all heard that. So, and we're going to talk about it because I think this is a sad situation. He said when he was doing any cuts to Medicaid on this big, beautiful bill, he said you wouldn't even feel it. That's what he said. Not that I believed him. I ain't believe him. Y'all believe him. Okay? But he said you wasn't going to feel, but now your mammy and pappy, your great-grandmammies and great-grandpappies is getting kicked out of their nursing home if they running on Medicaid.
Man, that runs, it's too close to home. Because, we got granddad up in, I ain't gonna say not a nursing home yet, but, kind of like assisted living, rehab situation.
Right.
And, man, these rehab and nursing homes cost a lot of
ridiculous
money.
Amounts of
and
money.
They out there taking these elderly people money. They draining their bank accounts and then say, hey, we're going to drain the accounts first. Once they down to $0 and can't spend no more, like the family members can't even get it.
You can't. Nope.
You can't even transfer. You can't even spend it. They want to know why you spent it.
Yep.
And then you still got to apply for Medicaid. They're not saying that you're even going to get Medicaid. You got to still apply for it.
Might not even get it.
That's
crazy. So then what are people supposed to do if they don't get it?
Then they shit creep.
Where has this country gone where we don't give a damn about the vulnerable? Because the elderly is technically a vulnerable people.
Oh, most definitely.
And not only vulnerable, but sick. They have dementia a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. They have heart problems, heart disease. Mm-hmm. You name it. It's just can't walk. Paralyzed. Maybe not paralyzed, or maybe in a wheelchair because you can't walk. You're weak. Yeah.
Or there's a lot of veterans that was in the military that fought in the wars and got half a leg and going through all these different ADHD and PH, whatever you want to call these alphabet joints. Right. You know what I mean? They're going through a lot.
Yeah.
I see a lot of vets, homeless vets on the street begging for money, got nowhere to go.
Yeah. Because
they can't afford to be in these homes.
And you can see what Trump did with that. Hauling them, pulling the homeless people tents from outer DC and all of that.
Right.
The last that people probably have. I mean, I'm really trying to figure out. I mean, I get it, but it's really given that when people say that he's only for the rich, meaning that anybody who has money, it's like if you have money, you don't got to worry about none of this. You are so selfish and self-centered, you can't think about nobody else. Nobody else's situation matters to you. Mm-hmm. Because you so rich, you don't got to worry about it. Trump old as dirt, but he ain't got to worry about being in a nursing home because if something happens to him, when he can't, if he, like he say laid up, he got him a nurse or something that he can just pay.
Yeah, he just pay.
He don't got to go to a home. But he's not thinking, like, what if he was in that position? It's the inability of putting himself in somebody else's shoes. You too busy worried about how much money you making your cohorts, your homies and your cronies and shit. And it's sad because these people have to move in with kids And that's only if your kids want you there.
Right.
That's only if your kids even have a place to put you.
To put you or house you. Yeah. A lot of places people can't do it.
Yeah. Then what if they by themselves and that you by yourself? They won. You got to quit your job. I had a friend who had to quit her job to take care of her ill and sick parents.
Right.
And she could only resume her life until after they died.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's crazy. I mean, because true, if let's say the person's demented, that dementia patient, you can't leave them in the house until you get back.
Oh, hell no. They done gone missing.
They gone missing. Your house burnt down. Okay? Or they try to, like I said, they try to cook something. They burn your house down. They fall.
Yeah, they fall. You can find them when you get home. They, again, get low. I see it all the time on the news that somebody lost their loved one. They're trying to find them. Yep. They just found a guy 2 weeks ago. They're looking for him for some weeks, and they found him in the woods. Older guy. He had a dementia. Oh, and they couldn't find him for like 2-3 weeks, and finally they found him.
Wow. He was alive? They found him alive, right?
Yeah, found him alive, yep.
Man, see what I'm saying? So I'm like, even that is a danger. And I know a lot of people like, it's not that simple for everybody. And all people like, I mean, even if you have kids, there's no guarantee that they're going to have not only want to take care of you, but it's the capacity to take care of you as well.
Right.
Because if they got to work and handle bills, and expensive as everything in that, people can't afford to quit their job.
Yep.
They can't afford it. And then now it's cuts. Even if, let's say they wanted to rely on Medicaid, they can't. Because you got to have a job, right? You can't get on government assistance now so you could take care of your ailing sick parent because you had to quit your job, because you got to have a job to even get on the shit now. That's what in 2026 is how it's about to be. So he done pretty much put it's like traps everywhere. I mean, it's the same thing with everything else in the world, but damn, I didn't even expect it to get like this.
Right.
This is sad because I'm like, they're vulnerable human beings. They're still here. They can't help that they still here.
At all.
And you don't care about that? He don't care nothing about that.
Of course. Of course he don't care.
Don't care.
He ain't thinking logically.
No.
But of course, as he get older, his logic is just going to go away.
Out the window.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's not thinking straight.
And he acting like he young.
And then, but the bad part about it, you got people around you that's got the same way of thinking.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So even when he do get out of the presidency, he got people that following him that trying to get that spot, or going try to keep on his legacy going, or his rules and regulations, or whatever the Constitution is. They're gonna try to keep it going.
Yeah.
So we in trouble, regardless.
Screwed. That's for sure.
And our loved ones.
Yeah.
Grandma, granddad, great grandma, our moms, pops, whoever it is.
Yep.
Everybody gonna get older.
Yep. Everybody. Yep.
And they changing the rules. So Social Security, you're no more 66 years old. It's going to be 70 now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So people, you pretty much child. You pretty much slaving until you go on up out of here.
Yeah, you work. You might as well work till you die.
Yeah. Might as well.
I mean
what reason do you have not to work? I'm just saying, what reason do you have not to work? Is everything getting so high you can't travel?
Yeah.
Hard to travel?
Yeah. You got to think about it. If renting apartments, I'm just saying regular apartments in the hood, right? It's probably between $1,400, $1,500. Then if you move in one of the high class or joints, we looking at like $1,800 or $1,900. Then you talking about the high rises with the condos and all that.
Yep.
All like $2,200 to $2,500. And I'm not talking about houses now. Of course, them going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
But people is not going to be able to afford that because the rent is going up.
Yeah.
And one time when I first got my place, my first apartment was $600. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That
Man,
was,
I wish.
You know what I mean?
Child, my first apartment was $1,100, so I know
my first apartment was $600, and now I wish I could have paid for 5 of them joints.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Man, it's gonna get rough.
Yeah.
Thanks to your man.
We're looking at some rough times coming, and he don't even care.
And now we got people that got grandparents that's in these nursing homes and looking that might not be able to stay there.
Yeah.
That don't make sense. because they need care, level of care.
Yeah.
They need medication.
Yep.
They need to be bathed because they can't bathe themselves.
Yep. And then they need to be moved, turned over. What if they don't walk? So now somebody got to be there to make sure they even can turn over in the bed. A lot of them too weak.
Yeah, or they too weak to eat. Or they can't eat on their own,
right.
you know?
That part.
Come on, y'all.
It just make me think they want them all unalived. Like, it's kind of like, we don't care. Unalive them. We don't care.
They wasting space. They taking up our money.
Useless eaters, right? At least it's not being said outright, but that's what it's given. It's given you don't contribute nothing to the society. So we don't care. We don't care about you at all. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's given. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, there should be some care and concern. As these people at some point did have, contributions to society. Right. They paid taxes all their life. They slaved all their life. Mm-hmm. This is supposed to be their time of rest. They shouldn't have to worry about a damn thing right now.
Yeah.
Nothing. Shit, we already got to worry enough right now. Making sure we keep a roof and keep everything on our head. And they got to do it, and they can't even work because they got, handicap and all of that. And, come on.
Congratulations, MAGA. Your vote for Trump is the reason why senior citizens will be kicked out of their nursing homes. Before you flood my comment section screaming fake news, I'm going to provide some verifiable facts. Google's free. You can go look at the bill. 60% of nursing home residents rely on Medicaid to cover their care. That is a fact. And Trump's new tax plan, it cuts the provider tax by 41%. This slashes how much support states receive from the government for nursing homes. That's a 41% funding cut. That is a fact. The American Healthcare Association says that 1 in 4 nursing homes could shut down and half of their staff will be eliminated. That's a fact. So where did these senior citizens go? Some might have family to take them in, but for others, this is the end of the road. There's no place for them to go. This is what your vote for Trump is doing. It's pushing vulnerable seniors out of care and onto the streets. And that is a fact. This isn't America first. This is our elderly last. If you voted for Trump, you made this happen. I hate to say it. This is on you.
I don't know, man. It's upsetting to hear.
It's definitely upsetting.
And I wanted to bring this because I feel like it's important. Like, if y'all anybody who do have the ability to, take your parents in or your grandparents in or whatever, hats off to you. But I know that ain't everybody's situation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But even still, because I know people was bringing up the idea of people they was like, yeah, don't hit them. Don't do this, because, of course, when they get dementia and when they get a certain way, they talk a certain way.
Yeah,
sometimes they might have throw tantrums like children.
Tantrums,
I mean, they're technically going back to childhood stage.
Yeah.
And some people ain't built for that.
Yeah.
Because they ain't trained to be conscious. Shoot, even in the regular nursing home, they getting beat up by the nursing home people and all that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Forcing food in their mouth.
Yeah, terrible.
And smacking them. And,
that's terrible.
Yeah.
They don't need to be working.
They
don't.
Need to be. Yeah, because if you don't like caring for people, other people, and have no empathy and no compassion, that's not the job you should be doing. You shouldn't even be doing that job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a job that people should do if they don't care about people, or if you don't have no compassion. You got to have patience. And I think a lot of people, that's going to be an issue too, where people will be taking their parents in, but they're going to do it begrudgingly.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be beating them up or not feeding them or
yelling at them, cussing at them,
locking them in a room.
Probably barely feeding them.
Locking them in a room, giving them the damn it here sandwich and shit. That's not funny, but...
Oh, it ain't funny.
No,
you're getting on my goddamn nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna look like. It's gonna get wild. Boy, I pray people done got their nose in the Bible, something, get their life together, because shit is getting real. Luckily, so far, I don't know. I don't think it's that many states. I know a lot of the blue states are not doing it. I think it depends on the state. If the state wants to take on the burden of keeping funneling money into these homes, then they could keep that going.
Right.
But it's all about what the state want to do. But I think a lot of those states like Tennessee, Georgia, Minnesota, Those are the 3 I have heard outright that are shutting down their nursing homes and saying, hey, y'all on Medicaid, you got to go.
Damn.
You know, or if they only take Medicaid, then everybody got to go.
Right.
You know, so feel bad. Definitely sucks. Anything you want last words on that, bro?
I'm just saying it's terrible. Y'all need to stop.
I know.
We gotta fight back, man. Because
at some point,
because just trust me, we talking this now, but we all gonna get older.
Yep.
And it's gonna fall back on us again with our kids or whatever it is that need to take care of our ass. Mm-hmm. So we gotta do something now.
Facts. But all right, y'all. Look, if you enjoyed this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely, if you stayed this long, we need 1,000 subscribers. Okay.
1,000, y'all.
We love y'all. We hope that y'all enjoyed. I'm Meesh. To the left me is my bro Jay.
You know it.
Peace.